when the Europeans bought axes, the metamorphosis into a tomahawk. And the one I'm demonstrating today has an edge and a spike. And I want to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the tomahawk. One of the advantages is it's got this long T-section here. This is almost 10 inches from here to here. So when Ron, if he cuts that, I can coast right there. Anything he does, I can catch on that. So it posts there. Now I also have an edge here, so I can cut it with it. I've got a spike. The spike is really useful because I can punch with it, I can stab him with it in close, I can rip with the spike, and I can actually penetrate. It takes very little pressure to this. How's that feel? Not good. Very little pressure. This much will crack your skull. I just drop my wrist like that. I don't have to hit it hard. I just drop my wrist and bury the point in your skull. I just go like that with my wrist. The point goes in your neck. I just go like this, and I drive this into your side. So the spike is really important. The other thing that you can use is a lot of people they don't think about using this. I'll take this top or this edge here and stab as I lean back. I'll get my face out of the way and I'll stab him like that, but he doesn't expect it. The other bitchin' thing about a tomahawk is it hooks. I can hook either way. I can also keep coming downward close. I can hook forehand, I can hook backhand, I can also hook this way. I've got two different hooks, so I don't have to always hook this way. Sometimes I'll hook them this way. So it's very deceptive what you can do with this. Also, because I've got two weapons on each end here, I can keep them up here, come around, and hit them in the back of the head. So this thing strikes all different angles. I can come here and pick him up here and drive that into his thigh. I can pick him up here and pull his leg out. I can pick him up here and pull him into my knife. There's so many things I can do. Or if I want to, I can just push people out of the way very easily. Now, my goal when I'm using this tomahawk is, because now here's the disadvantages. It's head heavy. When I swing this thing, the weight goes down here and it's hard to drag it back up. So you have to be strong. It's not for pussies. You must have a strong wrist, strong form, strong biceps and triceps, strong shoulder. So it takes a little bit of strength to wield this thing. The other thing is, you want to be careful making big strokes because they're hard to recover from. That's why when you fight with a tomahawk, you always want to have a knife in your other hand. If you don't have a knife, you must improvise a knife. If you've got a tomahawk, you can get a mop handle, a broom handle, a stick out of the forest, anything. Piece of 2x4, split it, and whittle yourself something that resembles a knife-like object that I can parry with. I want to be able to do this. If he sticks me, I want to be able to parry. I don't always want to have to use this. I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have to use my hand to do this. More dangerous. Shit, I don't want my hand that close to that knife. So I want to use a piece of rebar, a piece of pipe, whatever. So when I pick this up, I can kill him with my tomahawk. This is like the hammer, and this is like a screwdriver. So I use the screwdriver and pick him out of the way. Then I put in my tomahawk. Now, when he cuts at me, I want to post and lift him. I always want to get here, which is what I want. For a microsecond, he'll post. Let him feel that. Come. Let him feel that.
If you stop and you push up on it. Now shove up. I can't get off it easy. Because the minute I do, you're going to go.
So that's really valuable. I get him here like this, I post him, and sometimes I'll just come here. Sometimes I'll come right in here. Sometimes I'll reach around and stab him. You know, it all depends. Lots of times, and when I come, if I swing him too far, he comes off. That's okay. I know where he's at. Both weapons always work together. Yeah. The other thing I didn't say is also you slap with the tomahawk. Because it's got 10 inches, it's hard to miss. If I go low, I hit him here. If I go high, I hit him there. So lots of times, I'll just come in here, and I'll crush his fingers against the handle. There's the anvil, shuts his fingers, smash. This is aluminum. You can feel how bad that feels.
It's like a shovel.
Yes. smash his finger, so I'll come here. So I have to be, even with this, I can hurt him badly. So I can't go full speed. I can only show you, for me, about half speed, which will look full speed to most people, but it's not my full speed, because Ron and I are dear friends, and you can't, if you break your training partners, you have no one to train with. So it goes both ways. So sometimes also, because it cuts that wide swath, I can just do this. I'll just turn my wrist and pick him up. If I need to do a quick kill, I'll do this. When he puts his arm up to do this, I'll pull that down. Sometimes I'll pull it down and I'll swing him here. Oh, bang, there goes my head, but there goes my knee, and I let go. If both of them are, as soon as I find that this gets tied up here, I'm going to do something else. From this range, I might sweep, headbutt him, or I'll clear my own knife from here. All right?
Yeah.
So we have them. So, yeah, the other thing, I'm going to show that. Second, my hand is vulnerable. If it's just Bowie knife, the Tomahawk, what Ron will do, because he's really good, he'll make me miss. He'll cut me. He'll wait till I miss, and he'll cut me. So what must I do? I shorten it. I can't keep up with the speed of the Bowie knife with this if I don't have another knife. If he's really good, the average person, no problem. It's easy. A high advanced fighter, I'll switch, and I'll pick it up this way. Again, when I get this, I'll hit him here, bang, crack. Now, here's important. Watch this. The thumb goes here, spins, drives that in. That's how you turn them. Most people don't know how to do that. When you've got it reversed, and I'm hitting with the edge, I say, oh, I want to use the spike. I just turn like that and drive it in. It doesn't take anything to go in. Now here's another way. We developed this on our Tomahawk fighting DVD. Because the head's so heavy, if I do this, I can't get it up in time. It's too fast, I can't keep up with it. I reverse it this way. As soon as I feel that hook, if you get a hook in here on your person, you know where they're at. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna step past them, feeling this, bring that around. Bang, in the back of the cerebellum. Rip him, and hit him again. So it's important. You're stronger this way.
You have an easier time pulling up than recovering.
Feel it. Feel this versus this. Fast. This here, wait. He's watching him on the ground.
It's just so head heavy. You could work it better this way. You could almost be like a boxer with it if you have to. Like show me when we used to do that. Like turn around and do the reverse. Block. Like put out in front of you. There. Not like that. So it's like right there. If you just stand like a boxer. It's not right through the club.
And you can also stab this way with it. So I can see here. And when I stab down, I have so much power coming down this way, I can get that elbow, which is what I want. My goal, because I don't have a knife, is got to either get that on the ground, as you know, or you control that elbow, press that elbow in. From here, I probably sweep him, because that's what I feel. And he's so shit dangerous. If I can get him on the ground, and as he falls down, I'll step over and flat down on him. So I'm shit scared of him getting loose of that knife. I'm scared of knives. So that's the basics of the Tomahawk.
Better with a knife.
It's much better with a knife. So you come underneath. So right there with disarmed him. Just as much on your hands. Crack. You can't take steel on your fingers. Even do that. If you had this on bare hands, you get it screaming. It hurts so bad. And you don't pull back. Don't come back. back like this, slide in. It doesn't take much if it's razor sharp. That's the other thing. You sharpen your tomahawk like a knife. It must be knife sharp. You don't care if you chip it. You get another one. You polish it out later if you live. But if it's knife sharp, you can slice with it. If it's like an axe, maybe, maybe not. If this is knife sharp and they come like that, I'll disembowel them. If it's just like an axe, I might just cut them a little bit. Might not do anything. So it must be knife sharp.
Talk about grabbing it.
What?
You like grabbing it every night? Talk about that. So if I'm lucky enough to grab on here, I'm gonna grab it.
As soon as he grabs here, I don't want that knife. From here, I feel that, I feel this, I feel that. So this helps if I can lock here. I'm afraid, I don't care about this, I'm afraid of that getting loose right now. That's what shit scares me. So lots of times when he does this, I'll just shove it into him, I'll shove it, jerk back, it won't right through his hand. Or I'll just take him other places right there. As soon as someone grabs stuff though, I like to step to the side if I can. So now,
It's much more than what people think. It's much more. It's a good weapon. Or improvised
cheap
weapon.
too.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
$40.
Most policemen wouldn't look at you twice if you had a camping gear and an axe in your car. You know.
Training's Hatchet. Slightly different. 2 pounds this weighs in real life. Look, yes, get the real Chinese Hatchet out right there. Yes, I don't want to. It weighs 2 pounds, about a kilo, just less than a kilo. Feel the balance. It's on the end. See what I mean? So again, now normally we fight two, one in each hand, but again with a hatchet like this, it's good to have a dagger. You gotta be careful with the ground. It's similar, but not as good as a tomahawk because this is shorter. But it's the same principle. And lots of times I'll stand here. I'll suck everything in, clear back here. And I might stand clear up here or here. And I want to do this. But your judgment must be really good. The other thing, again, of course, I'll fight the same way, or I'll fight it this way, or I'll fight it this way. So I move this out of the way and then immediately punch him in the hand. You've got to practice this to where you feel this, and that hits almost simultaneously. If I get underneath there, maybe I pull back and hit him with a butt. You've got to constantly be ready when you're using a hatchet to use all parts of it. Because I don't have time. Really, what I should do is secure that. Sometimes I just do that and jump out. Because if I can bust his teeth open, get blood down his throat, knock a tooth out, he starts to diminish as a fighter. And he's not quite as good with that as he was a second ago. That's what I'm looking for. Now, the bitch is, that's not a Bowie knife. Ron, that's not going to stop Ron or me. I'll go, I might go, that's it. But, no, I'm okay.
Oh, okay, I thought you were
No, I don't want it. But it's cumulative. Of course, obviously, you guys know, I want to hit his hand. I want to get in here and smash his fingers so he drops it. But if I get a couple of them, or I can reach here and hit his elbow, that's another story. So that's what I want to do. His fingers, I'll take his forearm if that's all I can get. I'll take underneath his fingers a lot. This is what a lot of people don't do enough, is when he's coming here, they don't come underneath. Few people, I've got a lot of people saber fighting because they're not used to me retreating and coming up into their attack. Dominating the center line, backing up, and then coming from the bottom and But you gotta be ready to either go in or go out. If I get the hit, I want to follow it in. Sometimes though, it's not that good, I'll come out and look for another one. That's the basics of the Chinese hatchet. Lots of times though, it's just a death thing. He looks at me like this, he's looking. Gotta time it, chop his arm off. The bitchin' thing about the Chinese hatchet when it's sharp, this cuts his arm halfway off. Just a little bit, because ours are sharp. And if you hit hard, whole arm comes off. If you come in here and just do this, just a little bit, his head goes like that.
What it will do. We test every day. Hopefully you should see that things are capable of. People don't understand it. It's a very misunderstood weapon.
And you hit with the corners a lot. Like in Australia, I killed a number of buffalo after they're shot down. I go up, stand and hit him in the skull with this. It would go almost up to here. And the buffalo's got a super thick skull, much thicker than a cow skull.